people that are like, yo, dude, you could be the president. Go for it. He had no business doing it this time around. Zero. He spent $150 million, bro.
Welcome to the Kevin Estopinal Show, y'all. I'm Kevin Estopinal, y'all. We're going to be filming this podcast with Vinny from Valuetainment and the PBD podcast. We're going to be filming in Fort Lauderdale, Florida at the Valuetainment studio. So my boy Vinny's coming on now. I really hope y'all enjoy this episode. All right, y'all, we're back. The Kevin Estopinal Show with my boy Vinny. Y'all, we are filming from Fort Lauderdale, the Valuetainment headquarters.
Dude, if they could see, there's lions on the walls, there's quotes. The plant is fake, but we're real.
It's incredible, man.
It is, dude.
It's incredible. And shout out, y'all, this isn't sponsored by Manect or anything, but shout out for them because this wouldn't be possible, man. So it's just pretty surreal.
It's amazing because we met at AmFest.
Yeah, in AmFest.
And I met you and you were like, dude, I'm coming. I'm doing a podcast. I was like, bro, I can't wait. And then when I saw you in the building, I was like, today's that day.
Today's that day, man.
Yeah.
So, Vinny, it is 2024 for those watching. And if you told me 2024 was a movie, if you told me that this was the plot of the movie, I probably wouldn't believe it. That's a little unrealistic. I mean, aliens in Miami, Jews in the sewers.
It's so insane. Like, there's cocaine in the White House. There's so much happening. Nobody would believe. There's no way 10 years ago I'd believe anything that you were saying.
Is it a simulation? Maybe we're in a simulation. It's a good simulation, man.
I'm not gonna lie. At least we're in the game, and you're not just some other random in the simulation. I'm actually talking. I'm walking. I'm not a building in the simulation. But it's pretty amazing of where we are, what's happening. I think technology plays a huge part of it because it's access. Everybody can see everything, and information is like that.
Yeah, this digital age we're kind of going in, stuff has changed. And, I look at Manect really as part of that digital age, to give people access. So, one thing I notice whenever I come to Miami or Fort Lauderdale, it's like the one distinct, I'm from New Orleans, but the one distinctive thing when you come to Miami is the Uber drivers. The Uber drivers are always they're very pro-freedom. They're, they're open-minded. They're into Bitcoin. It's crazy. The Uber drivers in New Orleans, it's nothing like that.
What are they talking about in there?
Nothing. Nothing.
Oh, it's those awkward Ubers where nobody's talking. And brother, because I talk a lot, as everybody can probably tell. But dude, I'm one of those where I sit there. I'm just like, what's up?
Tell me about the kids.
Yeah, how's it going? Like, is this your car? It's like, I want to know the story because I'm awkward in there. It's quiet. I'm a talker.
I'd rather the entertainment of them. Man, tell me the biggest thing in their life going on than listening to the radio. I'm with you there. But Vinny, it's something. It's like right now in Miami, it just feels like the camera guys. They would even tell me, they were like, Miami is different than the rest of Florida. Do you feel that way? Like almost
100%. I think it's somebody said that Miami is going to be the new Wall Street, and it's blowing up. And by the way, this is coming from a New Yorker. It's a little too much and too fast, especially like at 45 years old. I'm trying to chill out. It's a completely different, and by the way, people in Miami, when you say like Fort Lauderdale and Oakland Park, they're just like, what the hell? Miami's the place to be, but it's like the young, and if you want to drink and have fun and party and downtown life and boats and stuff, that's good. But when you're trying to just chill and celebrate, I can't tell you how happy I am that I'm a 45-minute drive away from Miami. I don't want it. I don't want that.
It's kind of, like where I'm at in New Orleans, where I'm like right on the outside of New Orleans. So very similar where, but this Fort Lauderdale area is something else, man. It just feels like Miami for rich old people. Is that what
people, it's like when you're done with that crazy, wild Manhattan life and you want to kind of go to the suburbs, this is where you're going, bro. And it's beautiful. Because mind you, where we are right now, if you went outside, bro, on Commercial or Dixie right now, and you were driving around, it's not that much to see. But guess what? Literally 2 minutes from here, there's $25 million houses. There's $40 million. Messi just bought a house right next to Patrick. And Patrick's house on the market, I'm almost positive, is up in the 40 million. Like, the appraisals has been crazy. But you never know. They have these little areas that are right by the water that you can't even tell that they're there. And they're freaking... It's nice, bro.
Messi's Pat's neighbor? What?
Pat, I forgot Pat was chilling one day, and then all of a sudden he saw Messi was there driving. He saw him drive by, and he was just like, wait, is that? Because he's getting a place right by his house. Yeah, and then they announced it. So
Florida's the place, man. I just wonder, like, we were talking about, Austin. Austin kind of had its boom, and then it's kind of going the wrong direction. Yep. Obviously, LA, California, New York. Yep. I mean, do you is that maybe Miami and Fort Lauderdale? Is it immune? Is it immune?
I wouldn't say immune, bro. 900 people are moving here every single day to Florida because of the policies, because listen, a lot of these people, as you know, Kev, they talk the talk, but they don't walk. They just sit there and they complain and they bitch in front of everybody because all these policies from the New Yorks. Look at all this stuff. Dude, New York looks like Gotham City with the tunnel. No, dude, if you think about it, there's Jewish guys on the synagogues building stuff. The mayor is saying, the mayor who said 6 months ago, you know what? Hey, open arms.
Sanctuary
Everybody come here. And then what happened? He's like, yo, get the hell out of here. Stop. And then 6 months ago or 6 weeks ago, I don't remember the exact date, he came out and said, hey, listen, the burden's getting kind of too much. You guys are gonna have to start taking them in your homes. Wait, what?
It'll help with the bills, though.
Yeah, think about the bills. Not your daughter and your wife are gonna be in a house with a guy that you have no idea where the hell he came from. But hey, it's all about the money. So all these policies, bro, that have ruined these. Dude, I left California. New York is Gotham. Miami, 900 people moving here a day. Look at Texas. I feel so bad for Texas because of the border, but they're all coming here. And it's only a matter of time, bro. It's only a matter of time till you fill it, and then all these people's policies. I don't think the policy is going to change as long as people like DeSantis stay as governor and they don't try to wear a bigger hat, which I think if we want, we could get into the presidential thing.
Oh, yeah.
But I think it's just as long as you stay, the people in charge stick to their guns. I think we'll be okay, but I'm very skeptical about the number. If it's, let's just say 1,000 people a day, that's a lot of human beings, bro. That'll change the culture.
Yeah, you're right. It will. I think what protects Miami in this area a lot is you have people from Cuba, from different countries where they've experienced communism, they've experienced socialism, they've experienced Marxism, and they know it firsthand. It's, where the kids, this younger generation, they don't know. They think socialism's cool. Socialism, it's cool.
Yeah, somebody put on a T-shirt or somebody made one speech and they don't know because in the schools, they're teaching them absolute garbage. That's how the country, the nation is slowly, I would say it's a little bit more advanced. It's changing because they're getting the youth dumb. They're making them do all this TikTok, all the challenges, all the ignorance, all the brainwashing, all the Taylor Swift, which I saw something on Fox where they're basically saying Taylor Swift, if you think about it, how influential is Taylor Swift?
Very.
Bro,
it's a cult. It's a cult,
okay? And then she teams up with
Travis
Kelce. Think about that powerful fake made up couple. One guy says, "Hey, put these drugs in you. Get these stabbing. Get this juice because I'm an athlete and I know that you love me and you young kids are going to follow me." And then you have her $1 billion Eras tour. She's making good for her. I'm not a fan. Like, I don't watch it. But guess what? She walks up in front of a camera in a couple months and she says, "Hey, Trump is the demon. Vote for whatever the left has because guess what? We'll be okay." Guess what they're going to do? They're going to vote whatever she says. So it's pretty scary, but it's a great tactic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't, Mr. Pfizer, I don't believe for 1 second he got both shots at, like, not a chance. So it's like, how much money do you need, man? I think y'all talked about on your show that, he got paid like $20 million or something, 10, 20 million.
$20 million for one thing, one commercial, one ad. Dude, his pay, I think it was like 2 or 3 or whatever the hell it was. But notice how the numbers dropped. The teams went 3-6, I think, and then they went 4 whatever it was. Horrible. He's caught like 1 touchdown in all these games. His yards suck. It's because you're distracted. The team is getting distracted because of your freaking shenanigans, bro. You got to focus on the team.
Remember they had the Kardashian curse where like a NBA or NFL dates her and they have a bad. Is it maybe a Taylor Swift?
1,000%, because dude, it's not based on a real relationship. How does that happen? She's going to these games. She has no idea what the hell's going on. No. He's traveling to like Argentina and overseas to go watch her. How many times are you gonna watch one concert of the same girl? It's all an act, and it's like I don't think as many people see the fakeness that we do because, like you said, they are so they love the fantasy. I saw a video of multiple, but this one stuck out. Couple of girls inside of a Taylor Swift concert. Yeah, I'm not even joking, bro. A song came on that they knew was coming on. They screamed and cried as if Jesus Christ showed up out of the sky and came. And bro, and when you talk about like how you said the brainwashing, it's a cult. It is a cult. She said that she's a witch. She does all this stuff where she says dude, the Eras Tour, they do this witchcraft thing on stage, and it's like, what a brilliant idea. These artists, these industries, these Sonys, all these people, you get this artist who's God-given talent, you get the youth, all of them, you get the youth to be on their side, all the youth is with them, and then they do the switcheroo. Now she's a witch. Billie Eilish wrote a song called All Good Girls Go to Hell, and the lyrics are about Lucifer. I can't make this up. About Lucifer. Look at Lil Nas X. Do you remember this dude?
This dress as the devil.
Gay, nobody gives a shit. Be gay, I don't give two shits. Go and be gay, but he brings the kids. He got a big kid fan base. All of a sudden, he's sliding down a stripper pole into hell, lap dancing with the devil. He has a sneaker with 666 with blood in it. Like with Luke, I forgot the chapter 3, whatever the hell it is. It's like, they're not even trying to hide or lie to you, Kev. It's in your face, bro. This is what we are. This is who we are. All this shit, all that symbolism that people talk about, it's real. The devil's real.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy about all that with the Lil Nas X stuff is that the voice of reason and all of this nonsense going on was Little Boosie. Because Little Boosie had like his kid or something in the audience or something. It was like, nah, dude, you're not getting naked on there with my kid. Like, this is where I draw the line. And he kind of got canceled, but he stood up, like 100%. A real rapper that's not controlled by the industry. 1,000%. Crazy enough.
And look what that, dude, look at the all-out assault on children. Think about it. Think about the different levels and just add the LGBTQ plus. I just saw this video of this it's in England. I forgot where it was, bro. There's a stripper outside. I don't know if it was trans or not. There is 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds. So the parents are just as bad. But you as that stripper, what are you doing? If I was stripping outside, first of all, when the sun is out, and there's children, bro, this is happening. I'm timing out. I don't want not one kid staring at me while I'm going to be stripping, but this person's playing to the kid. It's sexualizing them young, making it seem like it's cool because they're grooming these kids, bro. Because a kid that sees that at that age, when some adult down the road is like, hey, man, let's come over here, come in this room with me, or look at my penis, or look at me naked. They're like, oh, I've already seen this before. It's not an accident.
You desensitize to it, and they talk about this slippery slope, and I'm with you, man. I feel like we're off that slippery slope. Like we
fell off. The slope is over there. We're in the freaking water, dude.
Yeah. So you bring up the kids a lot because I think a lot of kids right now, just kind of losing hope, and anything that they can gravitate to, a movement, a cause, a person, an ideology, they're like sponges. And, one thing, the American dream, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Do you think the American dream's dead? Because I think most kids think that it is.
Dude, that's such a great question. I want to say 6 months ago, I lost a lot of hope. And being around somebody like Patrick, he stopped me in my tracks live on the podcast. He's like, that's exactly what they want you to do. They want you to feel like all hope is gone, bro. But I mean, besides having, love for the country, but having faith in God, which I've always had it. But like I said, that I fell off, but I came back up, bro. You have to have hope. You have to. And the dream, I love when they say, because a dream, you have to be asleep to have it.
George Carlin said it's the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it.
It's a dream. It's a dream. But at the same token, I understand it's like dude, there's a reason why people are fighting and dying to come to this place. If all these people are like, oh, America sucks. Really? Why are people throwing their kids over the Rio Grande and drowning? And they're just getting rid of these kids. They know what this place is about. But I think there's certain people, there's certain elites that are trying to make it, like you said, a communist and messed up place. The George Soroses, all these people, all these black, all these demonic, I call them demons all the time, bro, because they can't be working for God. There's no way, because this is hell, bro. We're chilling right now, but if you look around this country, if you look around the planet, there's a lot of disgusting, horrible things going, and I think that the devil is running rampant. Evil, because, bro, when you talk about positive and God, nobody ever wants to talk about the other thing. And I don't think that there's a devil with horns, but that negative energy, it's around, dude, it's out and it's in your face, and it's not getting any better. But I think, going back to the question, the American dream is always alive is are we going to let it go? Because like I said, the youth, it's them. If we don't get to them and tell them like, hey, listen, this is the place, bro. Go do a tour. Go for a week. See all these kids protesting, like, the Israel and the Palestine and all these gays for Palestine. They don't even know what the hell they're talking about. But go with your gay outfit and go to Palestine and see what Hamas is gonna do to you. It's freaking crazy.
Yeah, it's a spiritual war, it's an ideology war, it's a cultural war. It's so many things happening, and I think it's the craziest time to be alive right now.
It is.
It is absolutely the craziest time to be alive. Vinny, I spent last night, I was actually watching some of your stand-up, and I'm like, dude, you got stand-up from like 15 years ago.
I did bro, I was the only I wouldn't say the only, but at the time, I was the only non-black dude on Def Comedy Jam. Think about that. It wasn't, excuse me, who was the host? D.L. Hughley was the host. And then I did Kevin Hart, my half-an-hour special on Comedy Central. But yeah, I've been in it for a minute.
Yeah, I kind of love the idea that as a stand-up comedian that you have immunity, right? Like, or that's the way it used to be. Do you still think it's like that in comedy where stand-up, you've seen Dave Chappelle, he got canceled.
So back then, yes, and that's one of the main reasons, bro. Like every single day I pray in the morning, and I thank God for having somebody like Pat come in my life, because I can't. What we just said. You think I could do that if I was still in Hollywood?
No.
Are you freaking?
No.
If I open my mouth and mind you, just standing up for kids or LGBTQ, I would have been labeled a transphobic, gay-phobic, homophobe, whatever the phobia is. None of that shit plays here, bro. Like, I can't explain to you, bro. Like, I'm uncancelable in the sense of that. But now I'm working on my hour special, because I already have 2 specials, but I want my 1 hour. It's going to be under Valuetainment's umbrella, but I want this thing to go Netflix and out there. I think when you're undeniable, I think you're uncancelable. When you tell them, like, listen, what I'm saying is the truth. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. Because facts, if you go off fact base, feelings, I don't give a shit. But trying to poke fun at it, Dave Chappelle, I think, is a prime example. I mean, dude, he'd been shitting on that community for like every special. It's at least a 10-minute, 20-minute thing about the trans thing. I think it's not as easy to get canceled today because there's so many outlets for your stuff to be on. Because guess what? If one outlet doesn't want it, I could easily put on Rumble, or I could put it on Pat's Valuetainment or whatever. You know what I mean? So there's more options.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a digital renaissance.
Yeah.
And I think we're at that pivotal moment where it's like, are the people going to take over and the populist movement happen? Because I think like a lot of stuff you're saying, Vinny, and thank you, dude, for being a voice for the voiceless, like you and Pat, because, I watch the show and it's like, yeah, like you said, I don't hate to call you mainstream but it's so big that it's kind of, with the guests y'all have, but like you are saying a lot of stuff, not just around the trans stuff, but politics in general that a lot of people are thinking, but like you said, are scared to say because they'd rather just be quiet.
Yeah, but going back to the youth and the dream, it's like, bro, we have to say something. There has to be a resistance. We are losing, bro, because one side, Kev, they don't have a problem with recruitment. Never stop. They're the most relentless. And mind you, I've gotten to the point where there's no left or right. It's a uniparty, bro. And going back to my favorite comedian of all time, George Carlin, when he said, he's like, it's a big club, and you ain't in it. Me and you are not in the big club, okay? And it's like, I think people like Pat, people like me, people like you that, bro, these people are just like aimlessly walking through the valley of the shadow of just nothing. Like, I wouldn't even call it death. They're just lost. They don't know. I think people need to get slapped in the head and wake up. And bro, I'm at the point in my life, I've had money, I've lost money, I've been on TV, I've been on movies, I've done it all. Money doesn't mean anything to me. I am much more happy waking up people and saving the youth so that other people can experience what I experienced, bro. My mom and dad are legal immigrants from the Middle East. Their grandparents, my whole family, and all 3 of my mom's and dad's kids, we all joined the military. We're all veterans. My
Thank
sister,
you for that,
anytime, brother. My sister just retired from 25 years. My brother's a veteran of 10 or 12 years Air Force. We are the American dream, bro. Mom and dad came here legally from here, brother. We all served. I'm doing my thing. I'm spreading the word. I'm all in for God. It's like, if I could do it, if they could do it, you could do it. But that power that I tell people this all the time. Stop thinking in the regard of left and right. There is no left and right. It's us against them. Period. And no matter what you say about Trump, it comes to Trump and the fact that he tried to come in as an independent just for us. Go back and go on YouTube. Everybody that's watching this, go on YouTube. Donald Trump, David Letterman, talk shows from the 80s. I love America. This country's going to shit. People said it for years, and that's why he was such a threat. Because they hate him. They despise him because he loves this place, okay? That was his biggest thing. Besides saying, I'm going to drain the swamp, you don't tell your enemies what you're going to do in front of their face. Because when you drain a swamp, Kev, you know what happens? You think the alligators and the pythons and shit and the snakes, they go quietly? They're going to attack. They're biting you because they know you're draining the swamp. So I think, it's worth fighting for. And I think opening up people's minds, one mind at a time, I think that's all I care about, bro. That's my passion.
It feels like that is happening. You know what I'm saying? It definitely feels that there is this, for lack of a better word, this great awakening that people talk about. But Vinny, if it's okay with you, man, can we talk some Biden, Trump, this election coming up?
Please. That's all we've been wanting.
I hope you don't mind.
Dude, that's all. If I showed you my notes from the podcast from today, you'd love it. Let's go.
Yeah, so I heard you had said on a recent episode that y'all think that Biden is actually going to drop out.
Yep.
Now, I'm no political strategist or expert, but I think we're like not even 6 months or so until.
All the caucuses and all the stuff that's coming on. I mean, November election. What's the question?
Well, I would think that, and I guess it's kind of silly to ask this. I don't know if they have time to install someone new and do a campaign, but Biden didn't campaign, so
he stayed in the basement. And I think I personally don't think it's going to happen. I think behind the scenes right now, Kev, if you're paying attention, because I think all these evil people, they have to show you their hand because it's crazy. I read about this. All these evil cabal people, they have to show you what they're doing for karma purposes. It's a weird thing. They show you what they're going to do.
Karmic retribution.
Exactly, bro. So I think in this circumstance, look at the writing on the wall. Obama went to the White House, had a meeting with him. He's basically telling them, like, listen, you could do your moves behind the scenes without this cat even knowing. He had a private lunch with Biden. And I think in that, by the way, this isn't a 2-day span. He meets with him. He has a private lunch with Biden, probably has no idea what the hell was going on. And then the same day, Michelle Obama, which Roger Stone said this 2 years ago in this building downstairs. To me, I go, who? I asked the question, who then? Same question you're asking. He goes, Michelle Obama. He goes, and take that to the bank. So isn't it weird that Barack is worried about what's happening? Because he knows, bro, if you can't look at Joe Biden and know that something's wrong, there's something wrong with you. That's why he hid in the basement. That's why Obama never liked him. He wrote about, he didn't like him. He didn't really back him. He had to back him. And then Michelle comes out on Jay Shetty's podcast and she goes, I can't sleep at night. Think about this. Think about these words. I can't sleep at night. I am worried about the future. They love this threat to democracy bullshit phrase they catch on, just like, defund the police, Black Lives Matter. They know how to get these catchy terms.
Hands up, don't shoot.
Hands up. Dude, say what you want about them. They're very, very good at
they're
phrases.
Geniuses.
They're brilliant.
Pronouns.
It's
divide
beautiful.
and conquer. I'll give them credit.
Amazing, because they do it. And then I think, and look at all the players that are involved. You got the Michelle Obama. You got by the way, Kamala Harris. When's the last time you even heard her voice? When's the last time you heard her speak?
Even Charlemagne the God, who was, even he said that he's done with this ticket.
Which is crazy because Biden said to his face, if you have a question whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black. So apparently, I'm not saying Charlemagne's going to go for Trump, which he hates him too. But if you can't admit that this past 4 years has been a shit show and you guys were duped who voted for him because of Trump's personality. Like, I would, listen to me, and I'm being genuine. Trump could grab the microphone every single day at the White House and say, you're dumb, you're fine. Go ahead, talk. But guess what? Are we secure? Are there wars? Is the economy kicking ass? That's all that matters to me. Personality, I can give two shits. Well, he's not representing the country. What are you talking? He's not representing our American value. What values? We are the most fat, disgusting, yelling, cussing, racist, fighting. What do you want? You want an angel? And I realize this country, that we want a leader that coddles us. But listen, every president screws you. Every single administration, bro, it's somehow from Obama to Bush, they just, but you know what? Americans like to be coddled, bro. They want, on the date, buy me an appetizer. You're still gonna screw me, but open my door. Trump just came in and was like, hey, no foreplay. Fuck you. F China. We're going hard. And that's it, bro. America, we need that strong, powerful alpha. I can care less about the personality. And look at all the respect that he had. I don't give a shit what you say. He was shaking Kim Jong-un's hand, slapping people on the shoulder, Putin. He's a boss, bro. Would you rather have an asshole boss that gives you whatever you want, protects the building, gives you your vacation, everything good, and you're making money? Or would you rather have a boss that never says anything?
You need an alpha.
You need the guy. I don't want the nice guy that doesn't do shit for me.
It's like a coach. You need
100%. That's what I want, Kev. So it's like this year, bro. Last year was the year of investigations. We said in the podcast, this year is going to be chaotic, bro.
Chaos.
So strap in. I'm telling you right now, buckle up. It's going to be wild.
So give me the ticket then. If Vinny was to create a power ticket, if the RNC came to you for some reason, they were like, dude, say it's Biden and Kamal. Let's just say it could be Big Mike.
You want me to do both? You want me to do both parties?
Yeah. Give us your outlook.
If I had to guess, because Roger Stone made a very, very good point, you can't replace a black woman with a white dude. Think about it. Like Kamala, because Kamala is next in line. The Democrats just can't jump to some white guy from wherever, California. I don't know where the fuck Gavin is. I think the sleeper is going to be Michelle Obama. Dude, I really feel this. I feel it. Michelle Obama is going to run for president, and Gavin Newsom,
oh no,
I'm telling you guys, is going to be the vice president. And guess what? You think shit's bad right now? It ain't going to stop. It ain't going to stop. The border's going to be wide the hell open. Wars are going to continue. Yo, you don't think she's going to push all these agendas for more fighting, more wars, more? It's going to be insane, bro. And guess what? She'll win. She'll win because you know what they're going to say? Wait a minute. You guys are going to vote for a black woman whose husband was the Woody? Are you kidding me, bro? That would spark the Democratic voting bloc, because a lot of these people, bro, are right now as proud as they are of their bullshit ass president, this Biden as a lesser of two evils. If you can't admit that this past 3.5 years has been the shit, then I don't respect you as a person. What? Because you're not gonna open your mouth. Why? Because you're loyal to the party?
Tribalism. That's it.
I don't like that shit, bro.
I agree.
I don't like it.
But what about the other side? So what would be the power ticket to take on this, maybe Michelle Obama?
It has to be Trump, dude. It has to be Trump.
Who would be the VP? Because I think the VP would...
Oh, my God. That's
look, if it's Nikki Haley, then
There's no way he can do that.
I hope not,
How about this? If he does, I would lose a great amount of respect for him. Big time. I don't care, because you know what you're doing? All the swamp shit you talked about, you just invited a swamp creature to stand right next to you. I don't agree. I think it might have to be a female, like a big, strong female voice, which I would love, like an actual, and you know how I would run on? This Kamala's, look at absolutely zero. She's done zero. She was supposed to be the border czar. I think she might have flown by there once. She's the ESG, DEI, check the box, just like Karine Jean-Pierre has no idea what the hell she's doing as the press house, the chief, whatever the hell she's doing, the briefings with her. But you know what though? She checked every single box. Female, LGBTQ, and that's why you can't talk any shit to her, because if you do talk shit to her, you know what they're gonna say? Oh,
protected class.
You're homophobic. You don't. Yeah, exactly. So they're brilliant, bro. They're brilliant at their bullshit.
So I'm seeing, could be Vivek. Which Vivek's saying a lot of stuff right now I'm agreeing with.
I love it.
Tulsi Gabbard, who knows?
If you had to guess, because I think Vivek, bro, Vivek is aligning himself up to be the president. I don't think, obviously not this time around, but if you had to guess, where would you go? Because I mean, what I would want, from the beginning was that Ron DeSantis just don't bite the hand that feeds you, bro. I don't know who was in your ear. Maybe your wife, which I think was a big Casey DeSantis, or one of his people that were like, yo, dude, you could be the president. Go for it. He had no business doing it this time around. Zero. He spent $150 million, bro, for what?
Terrible campaign, man.
Horrible campaign. Horrible mismanagement. So you know what the idea would have been? swallow your pride. Stick with Trump, even though they're illegally trying to cheat and keep him off the freaking ballot. Keep your mouth shut, back his ass, and when Trump wins and you become the VP, bro, talk all the smack you want, but pay attention to him. And you know what you do? You learn from the master shit-talking public speaker. Sit there for 4 years and learn, and then when he's done, you're a shoo-in. Who are they going to vote for? I'm going to vote for you. So he made a mistake. So I think right now, behind closed doors, Kev, if he humbly goes to Trump. And Trump, bro, Trump's a loyal. He loves loyalty.
Loyalty.
You know that more than anybody, bro. You be loyal to the guy. But I do think if you make a mistake, if you go back and you genuinely apologize, because, bro, say all you want, all the camera stuff, the Ron DeSanctimonious. If the team comes to you, right, and goes, hey, listen, we get what's up. We'll even make an apology. Whatever the hell he has to do to humble himself. If Trump co-signs, that MAGA crowd will get back behind him. But if it's not going to be him, I would think it's a female, but I don't know which female. I would love a Carrie Lake would be freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
She doesn't give two shits.
Or the governor of Arkansas.
Who's
what's
the girl?
her name? Huckabee? Sarah
Huckabee Sanders would be good, but there was one more that Adam mentioned that's a strong female.
The press secretary, the Kayleigh McIntyre.
One
of the press secretaries for Trump.
Any one of those?
Yeah.
Honest to God, you could close your eyes and just throw a ball in a room of children, and it'll be better than what Kamala Harris is doing or has done.
Amen. I do think there's a bit of game theory in it that maybe they already view Florida as a win and no longer a swing state, that it's red. I'm just assuming. So maybe he doesn't want DeSantis. He'd rather a VP from a swing state to kind of, you know what I'm saying? Just a game theory, which I hope that doesn't, like, again, I don't want my vice president to be based off their race, color, ideology. It's like, I want the best person for the job.
100%, and that's the big problem with this ESG
DEI.
The DEI. Like, I don't know if you guys saw this, the pilot situation. Well, one airline's like, listen, we're proud to just employ blacks and females. I'm like, whoa, time out. They're not the best at flying. I'm not, dude. There needs to be something on the door when you get on the airplane, like just of how trained are these people? Besides doors flying off of shit on Alaskan Airlines. If you're the pilot because they had to check a box and you're not the best at the job, F you. Are you freaking crazy, bro? I'm already scared of flying. Don't have some random guy in there.
So you don't think Cuban has DEI hiring process on his private jet?
Oh, oh yeah, exactly. Or the all-white basketball team. The majority, he had the whitest team, Mark Cuban, in freaking NBA for how many years? It's like, bro, that Mark Cuban is the epitome of just having too much money and you got no. What are you just bored?
I used to love them, man. I used to love them, and like they just do this 1-8, and it's like politicians, bro. They just let me down. But I mean, I gotta go back to something, man. So it's funny we're bringing up the election and these scenarios, we're wargaming all these scenarios. Yeah. Well, then you brought up Obama. Yeah. I know you saw the movie Leave the World Behind.
Scary.
And then I'm listening to people I listen to, and they're saying this cyber pandemic is a true threat. Mm-hmm. And I didn't watch the movie, but I assume that they don't really know who did it. It's, it's kind of vague.
They kind of leave it up for interpretation.
Mm-hmm. And that's the scary thing, that if something were to happen and maybe cancel the elections, and I'm hearing that they're already wargaming that, I'm listening to Whitney Webb and people like that, and I'm just like, this can't be real. You know what I'm saying? This cannot be real.
It's very real. Like we talked about predictive programming and how these freaking evil people are. You got to warn them. You have to let them know the hand, and the people have to accept it. Mm-hmm. So when you see something like, bro, the Leave the World Behind, when I saw, I looked at it. I looked at the credits because I like looking at who's behind it, who produced it, who whatever. I saw Barack and Michelle Obama. I'm like, wait a minute. What does an ex-president and his wife have to do with a movie that literally is letting you know what the hell's going to be coming down the pike? Because you nailed it. Election year. What was the goal in 2020? Okay. You had to keep Joe Biden not from campaigning, keep him in the basement, because, bro, and I'll stick to this to the day that I die. Mm-hmm. You can't tell me it wasn't a weird coincidence that the election year, that a pandemic, a virus, comes out of a lab in Wuhan that we own, that was started under Obama, that Dr. Fauci, one of the biggest, by the way, he puts the rat in bureaucrat. I actually despise that guy. He pays all this money, does gain-of-function research. This thing leaks. Notice, who's the only president that held China's foot to the fire?
Trump.
China's going to pay. You know what? All of a sudden, wait a minute. The country that you're beefing with You mean to tell me, dude, if this was a movie, you wouldn't like, wait, this, it would make sense. So this virus leaked from a lab that we own from a country that we're at a trade war with. And then wait a minute, it crippled everybody and got the president that you don't like out. And they had all these measures taken to actually help future voting, to mail-in voting. And like,
how convenient.
What? Listen to me. Say what you want about these people. Holy shit, are they clever, bro? Oh, the devil, evil, oh, brilliant. Because now what, 20 states, you could vote, mail in, you don't need no ID, stay at home. So what's going to be the 2024 stay at home? They warned us about pandemic number 2. You've heard Bill Gates say it. You've heard Joe Biden. There's going to be they're telling you what's going to happen. Pandemic 2, the cyber thing's a scary thing, bro. Because, and again, this is the third time we're referring.
You got a bug out bag? You know what that is?
I have a bug out bag? Dude, what do you mean? If we didn't live in Florida, we can't build bunkers here because we're at sea level. Everything would get water. We're in bad shape. If something pops off here, bro, we have to get in a boat.
Down here, you wouldn't be able to get out.
What are we doing? You better. It's not going to be good, bro. That's why I want to get a boat, just to at least get the hell off the shore, bro. Or get on a freaking a rocket ship. Because I mean, why the majority of these elites are getting rocket ships to get the hell out of here, but then you have Mark Zuckerberg spending
$200 million
bunker underground in Hawaii. What do you know, bro? Did that movie scare you? Because it happened right after the movie. What do you know that we don't know? And by the way, I heard Biden and his wife have something. I saw the paperwork online from Dom Lucra. It was the paperwork to start building an underground bunker in Delaware for Biden. And again, they show you their hand, bro. I'm very curious what it's going to be.
So a cyber attack, a cyber pandemic, we hear a lot of these cyber attacks happen. Who would actually do it? Like if you had to say, who would be would it be China? Would it be Russia? Would it be the deep state? Who do you think would actually do it?
Who would do it? Who would they let us think, or who would they bring us to think that would do it? Because, bro, again,
Russia.
Nothing happens by accident here. Everything that goes down from 9/11 to all these failures of intelligence, bullshit. We are so smart. We know everything that happens, bro. That's why when I see major events like October 7th, we keep hearing stuff from Israel that they knew a year in advance. Egypt warned them. Everything was going on. And you mean to tell me the one of the toughest, sick-ass military intelligence, Mossad, that day was just what? Everybody was on break? Did everybody turn their head and just not know? And then these fucking murdering terrorists did all their dirt for 6 to 7 hours and you guys didn't? What? Doesn't make sense to me.
Doesn't make sense.
9/11, everybody was warned. He was going to fly this into this, do that. Condoleezza Rice warning her friend, don't fly to New York. It's like, how much more do we have to have shown in front of our face for us to start believing that people are evil and that human beings do evil things?
It's kind of hard to really accept, man, because you want to have, I was telling these guys, I'm never leaving the country,
Me neither.
I'll die here, but it is sad because it does seem like our elected officials don't have our best interests at heart. And, you brought up 9/11. I know I was born on 9/11. So
are you serious?
Yeah.
I was in the military on 9/11.
And it's crazy because it's like, here's one thing I'll say, and I don't want to get banned, but I'll say this. Whatever.
That means, hey, here we go.
Whatever the official story is 100% bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to speculate on what I think happened, but the official story, 100% bullshit. And I want to ask you, Vinny, be devil's advocate, bro. I want you to pick apart this theory of mine because I can say this theory and not get banned. You remember what the first thing after 9/11 when you saw George Bush? Do you remember what happened?
On the day?
Yeah, when it happened.
On the day, I remember he was in a classroom, Sarasota, Florida, of all places. Just, I think,
great place. I love Sarasota.
Amazing. Just and very, very close to where the guys they trained to fly the airplanes. I don't know if you know that or not. He was in a classroom.
Keep going.
I want to say, so he was in a classroom. He's already learned of the first airplane that hit. They don't know what's going on.
Who is he reading to?
He's reading to a bunch of third grade children. Oh. Okay, yeah. So a bunch of
optics, right? So
very beautiful optics. And he's reading to these children. They're playing a game called My Pet Goat. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
My Pet Goat. And the teacher, he's sitting there, arms folded. She's reading a bunch of words on a board that they have to spell out and then read. And you ready for a great coincidence? The words that the teacher said, you guys could all look this up, was kite, which is an acronym, or abbreviation for a missile, Pentagon, must, hit, steal, and the word plane. I'm going to say that one more time. Plane, must, she spells it out, hit, steal, kite. And then, in unison, because all the papers are down, all the kids bow down as if it was a ritual. Then Andrew Card, the chief of staff, comes in, whispers in his ear, "We're under attack, the second building. We're literally under attack." And you know what the president of the United States does?
Describe his facial expression.
He looks like, doesn't move. By the way, and I'm going to say this, and I mean this with all due respect. I'm not talking bad about children, but when somebody comes to you, you already know one plane hit. Dude, I got goosebumps. A second, the guy, your chief of staff goes, "Hey, listen, the second plane, we're under this is a terrorist attack. The second one hit. Guess what? F those. I'm up and I am out. I'm on an airplane. I'm going to Washington Situation Room. I don't give a shit." You cannot tell me right now that the odds of the president of the United States is sitting in a classroom and the kids say the word plane must hit steal kite and it was a random occurrence. You're an idiot if you can't look at that and say, wait a minute, are you mean to tell me, like Adam, I had a conversation with Adam about this. He's like, wait a minute. Are you going to, I go, Adam, before we even get into it, tell me it's weird. Tell me right now it's weird that was said at that moment when the planes were hitting. Are you kidding me, bro?
Let's rewind a little bit, Manny.
So is that what you're talking about?
No. Dude, you are very edgy on bravo, man. You broke it down very well.
That's what you were talking about. That was the story.
Yeah, of course. But what I'm saying is what you were telling Adam. Ask yourself this if you're watching this. And again, y'all, I'm not trying to influence you anyway. You know, it was a tragic event. Yeah.
I'm a New Yorker. I'm from New York.
Ruined my birthday, man. I mean, this is like the great, this is not January 6th, y'all. This is a tragic event where real people died.
2,960 people died.
Yeah, I've been to the memorial. That's not what we're saying. What I'm saying is, what are the odds that Bush wasn't using the bathroom, in a meeting, playing golf, on vacation, eating breakfast, anything else.
At the White House.
So can you at least say, for optics reasons, that it was the perfect optics?
Big time. 100%. Sitting in a classroom in Florida, you know, having a good time. It's positive. And then it goes from that. He's talking to children to... Because I think he did the briefing in that school where he's like, "Hey, guys, we're under attack." And then, bro, I'm going to have a moment with you. I'm going to be honest with you. That day, I was in Wyoming. I was on the Air Force, like one of the with these shooting events. And I was a really, really good shooter. I still am a really, really good shooter. And, bro, it's just kind of weird that a couple days before this whole situation, one of my sergeants who I was close with was like, "Yo, dude, the competition's going to be canceled." What do you know that we didn't know? Bro, nothing of that magnitude happens by accident. And when you tell people, well, how are you going to keep this secret with all these? Look at JFK. Look how long these people knew, because they set it up to where everybody, like they say some of the shooters maybe, because of course there was multiple shooters, besides the government being involved in this, which is treason, which they're all dead at this point, but I can't believe we didn't go after them, Warren Commission, whatever. But, dude, all those, nobody snitched, everybody kept their mouth shut because everybody knew the plan, but they all knew if you talk, you die. For instance, whoever those shooters were, maybe some of them had blanks, so they even if they got caught, I didn't know. Did I shoot? Always plausible deniability. And it's like, bro, the bigger the lie, the easier the people. I forgot who in Hitler's camp, I think it was Goebbels or one of them, said, the bigger the lie, bro, the easier it is to sell to these idiots. People swallow it.
And it's easier to lie to someone than to convince them than being lied to.
1,000%. I agree.
Now, we're going to get to the island, Vinny. You know, I think if that's okay with you.
Dude, there's nothing that I won't talk about.
But before we get to the island, what do you know about Epstein's ranch? Because it seems like the media doesn't talk about this. We hear all about the Epstein Island, this and that. Now it's mainstream news. Aaron Rodgers, Pat McAfee. So everybody is talking about it right now. But the one thing people don't talk about is Zorro Ranch, Epstein's ranch.
I've heard of it. No, I don't. Please school me.
Man.
What the hell? He had a ranch?
Yeah,
It wasn't an island.
No. So it was a ranch, and it was either in New Mexico or Arizona.
Okay.
And the property, it's actually like the only way to access the property, you have to cross like government-owned land by the state.
Okay.
And then the other accesses is all former governors. It had a helipad. Do you remember Dolly? They were cloning sheep.
Yeah.
They have that equipment there for cloning. There's kids play equipment like in the yard. Now, I'll give Epstein this. The decor, the ambiance, architecture, it is amazing.
Of course, well, when you're rich like a filthy animal.
But when you look at the details, the devil's always in the details.
Always.
The bars that are over the windows. Yeah. Like, dude, you go look. There's a documentary on YouTube. You could look at the bars on the windows, and it's like, dude, this is a jail. This is like Shit. Then there's a nightclub underneath it, and that goes into the whole underground bunkers and so. Oh, dude, go down that rabbit hole, man.
It's just Epstein's Ranch.
It's called Zorro Ranch, and then it is like no one owns it. It's just there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just an empty, giant mansion.
Who owns the lease on the ground? It is somebody.
They had a documentary that was done, and they were calling around. I forgot, but it's somebody, and they couldn't get through. They called the FBI. For anything that was declassified, they really wouldn't give them much. But go down that rabbit hole, man. It is. I mean, the island's weird enough.
The island's. I mean, like it's.
Why do you think all that's coming out now, though?
That's a very good question.
Because it's not like it's just one outlet. It's all of them.
It's all, which I'm shocked because, dude, that they protected this guy for a very, very long time. I think once it comes to like not the statute of limitations, but like all these cases were pushed and we couldn't come out. And then once these things were unsealed, like, bro, it's only a matter of time. That's why I think, regardless of what you think he was, Mossad agent, whatever.
That's what I think.
I think 100% because think about this plan. Think about this plan. We're going to have this island. We're going to have your apartment in New York. We're going to put cameras everywhere. You're the go-to guy. You're the money guy. You're making money for everybody. Everybody from princes from England are going to come. So all these celebrities, bro, the cream of the crop, the money, the biggest influencers of this modern world are going to come there. And guess what? We're going to bring young people. We're going to do some drugs. We're going to do some crazy shit. And guess what? When they leave, okay, and you need a favor from one of these people and you ask for it and they're even mildly hesitant, you know what you do? You send them a snapshot of them with that underage girl in that room when they're in this bathroom. Because, by the way, this sick piece of garbage had cameras in the bathroom, in the bedroom. You couldn't go anywhere. That's why, bro, the main thing, the hell with the case files and all this bullshit list, the FBI has cases of all this footage that he has, bro.
Where is it?
What they had, dude? What do you mean? The FBI is not compromised.
I saw the videos of them removing it from the island, bro. The DVDs, and it's like.
And guess what? Even if they destroy, you know what they say? Whoops. Oh no, there was an act just like, the camera in his prison cell that day wasn't working.
How convenient.
How convenient, bro. It's like, it's bullshit. And then think about this. The fact that when you walked by Bill Clinton, because I got into it with Adam on the podcast, how much more shit do we need to see or learn about Bill Clinton just as a human being? I don't give a shit if he's the president. As a man, from all the sexual rape allegations from what Juanita Broderick said in a deposition lie detector test, he raped me and tried to bite my lip off. He's a fucking predator. He's been there more than anybody else. And then when you walked into Epstein's house in Manhattan, you open the door, there's that infamous photo of Bill Clinton in a blue dress with red heels pointing at you, like the looker of the painting. Tell me that's not the biggest.
In a dress, in a blue dress.
You know why he put that in his form when you walk in? So, by the way, that's the president of the United States. I got you. I own your ass. So other people would see that too. Like, damn, bro, did he pose for that? That's Epstein's show of. Oh yeah, and there's one last one. I don't want to cut you off.
Keep going.
There's another one of, this is post 9/11, talking about 9/11. George Bush sitting Indian style in front of his desk. He has one paper airplane in his hand, one on the floor with two Jenga piles collapsed. Doesn't that strike you odd? What do you think it's funny? You think that's a joke? Bush, George, He's a scumbag too, bro. By the way, you know he's related to Barack Obama, right?
Yeah, crazy.
They're related.
A lot of them.
They're all related.
Like cousins.
Yeah. Would you ever believe that?
That's why, it's funny. Me and my mom, we talk about this, and she's always like, shut up, shut up. And now the news is talking about the Epstein stuff, and I'm like, tell the news to shut up, Mom. Yeah. But I'm like, her defense is all these celebrities, well, not all of them were into that. They didn't know what was happening. I'm like, dude, if you went to that mansion or that island and you seen all the pictures, you seen all the weird stuff, like, you had to know something. So, like, you're an accomplice, and you know, so there needs to be at least an investigation. But Vinny, what I want to ask you about is, did you see the Megyn Kelly interview and what she said?
Yes.
Give me the breakdown of that, because
I'm still tripping out over it because and just for people that are watching, Megyn Kelly goes, a lot of this stuff with the Epstein stuff, and she goes, you know what? Down this next couple months, you might hear something, and you know what? We might even hear something from him himself. She's like, stay tuned. What does she have is the question. What does she have footage of him? Is there a tape of him looking into the camera and like in Breaking Bad when Walter White's like, I'm setting this person, which how would we know if it's not a setup? Either it's that or, bro, I think like 40% of Americans think that he's still alive. He could see, because even his brother was like, everything was wrong. They moved the body. How many more inconsistencies do we need to have happen in these major moments in American life that we start going, wait a minute, I want to see something cut and dry. This person killed himself. That's what happened. Yeah. Here are the photos. I know they're going to be graphic. You got to see it. They're all bullshit. It's all fake.
Yeah, I think that, and again, y'all, this is like, I'll say when it's conspiracy, because I really don't know. I want to know, and I think the American people deserve to know. But if I had to guess, it would be easier to swap the body and get him out alive than it would be to actually fake his killing.
You just hit the nail right on the head. And if you could search this. And by the way, huge, I thought about this last night. Huge shout out to Elon Musk, who's lost billions, not a couple hundred million, billions of dollars to give us a place where we could say shit like this and not get, dude, that's the one guy that I want to meet and shake his hand and say thank you. I wouldn't want a photo. I don't want none of that shit. Just thank you for giving us the digital town square. I could say and see, and guess what? There's hateful assholes on there. We get to see everybody for who they are, but give me the option to look at the information. Don't tell me what I need to see. Let me see it all and make my own decision going forward. So I thank him. But what the thing that you were just talking about?
With Elon, like, I think he is a good guy.
Yes.
And, I've definitely, the guy that's creating the brain chips and self-driving car. It's like he's
trying to get us to other planets, and he's doing a lot, dude.
Yeah, so I think he is a good guy. I love the X platform. I love everything he's doing on there. And I do think that without that platform, a lot of everything we've talked about, literally everything we talked about in this episode, we wouldn't be able to talk about it.
Bro, absolutely not. And not even talk about it. Where would I have seen the information? Because, bro, you go to YouTube and Google and try to find anything that we're talking about. They won't let you see it. The websites are down. They're very good. Or this fact-checking BS. I don't need you to fact-check me, bro, because the company that's fact-checking, you have an ideology on one side. I don't want to see that. I want everything on the table, Kev, so I could go, no, that looks fake. No, I don't believe that. Because, bro, knowledge is power and the truth shall set you free. I want to see it so I can make my own assertion. I don't need to, by the way, that's what it was. Going back to Epstein, when you said, like, okay, prostitution, underage pedophile, which he was, demon, and if there is a hell, he's there. He has front row seats. Post pedophile thing, if you're hanging out with him after that, you know who he is, bro. If I got out of jail for murder, me, Vincent Oshana, and you guys in here are hanging out with me, and I do another, don't be surprised that you find out I killed somebody. You went, wait a minute, Vinny killed somebody? Yeah, I'm a murderer. So big problem. And here's what I think we need: more questions and more investigation on this. Melinda Gates left her husband, Bill Gates, after all these years. He didn't hit her. There wasn't financial problems, obviously. The Melinda and Bill Gates Foundation helping kids. I think it's all, I don't trust that guy at all. With this, he talks like Kermit the Frog. He wears sweater vests. Anybody that wears sweater vests, I know I'm wearing a vest, but it's only for podcasts. I think, I don't trust him talking about eating bugs or anything with vaccines. But besides my point, you know what she said, bro? Do you trust him?
Keep going. Am
I the only one? Yeah. And every week he's talking about some shit he has no business of. I think we should eat bugs. And bro, shut up, get behind the computer and be a nerd. I don't want to hear all that shit. His wife, Melinda Gates, had an interview with somebody from, I want to say MSNBC. I don't know the interviewer's name, but she goes, why did you leave him? Because she goes, I left because I couldn't sleep with knowing what I knew about his relationship with him. Now, you know what I want to say? Time out. Expand on that. She doesn't want, she said, he'll say it. He'll never obviously say it. Do you know what she said, guys? She goes, I met him one time. She remembers a time. And she goes, the moment I saw him, I felt evil. This is a evil personified in a person. She goes, I felt he was disgusting. And your husband's hanging out with that guy all the time. I want more answers from her. What do you know that we don't know that you could potentially save some people? Because, you know how many people are out there suffering? Think about all the kids that these guys, did whatever with, either molested or raped or killed. Nobody will ever know that when you're that powerful, a body doesn't mean anything, bro. That's why you think this border's wide open and they can't account for hundreds of thousands of children. And that's why they want an open border. They want votes and they want a constant supply of innocent little kids that they can do whatever. And nobody gives a shit. When they sponsor these kids at the border, you know what they're doing? There's no background check for the person that comes and picks them up. They come pick them up. Yeah, I'll sponsor them. Then they disappear. What is that about? That's why I said, going back to, kids are under attack on every single aspect, and these people are evil, and I think they have to be held accountable, all of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna break that down a little further. We talked about all these movements that just kind of pop up out of nowhere. And one was the Me Too movement. I'm sure you remember that.
Of course, it died out.
Where they're at? This would be the perfect time, right? We could, can we put up a bat signal in the air of Me Too and get them down here,
dude? A left wing signal for all the old, like, hey, BLM, what happened to Black Lives Matter? Don't they matter anymore?
We don't need, nope.
Okay, what's next? Believe all women.
Let's go back to Bill Gates, because he's not here to defend himself. So I'm gonna give y'all.
If he was, but
I'm gonna give you his defense. So everything Vinny said was true about what Melinda said about Bill hanging out with him after the convictions, and Bill actually wasn't fully honest with the amount of times he interacted with Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, and there's documents of it. Y'all can look it up. But his reasoning was philanthropy. Now let's pause. Philanthropy. You're Bill Gates. I don't think you need any money, and if you did, let's say you did, because I don't think you need any, you're worth billions. Yeah. Would you go maybe somebody else? Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, well, you're going to Jeffrey Epstein. It's like, and again, bro, guess what? He probably went to the island. This is my opinion, he got caught doing some shit on one of those cameras, and guess what? Good old Epstein said, bro, you're doing this. We're going to start this. You're going to act like you're investing. I want this money. And I'm with Mossad. What are you going to do? I have video. Hey, and ready for this? Hey, remember you were at the island? You were at my house for that huge party? Yes. I'm being Bill Gates and Epstein. Oh, yeah. Remember that girl that I saw you with? Yeah, you mean the girl? Yeah, the girl with the pink shirt. Remember the pink shirt? I have a video of you in that bedroom with her, and this is what you were wearing. Sign here. Do this. Do that. That's how powerful and disgusting this piece of shit was, bro. Sorry for my language.
Oh, you good, man.
And I apologize because I've cussed a couple of times in here, but I'm trying to be a better person. But these people drive me insane, because it's the people that tell me, like, are you crazy? You mean, because they just had an article on Politico, the left-wing obsession with child trafficking and all this pedophilia stuff. It's real, you stupid morons, you political morons. It's real. When are you going to stop pretending that these people... By the way, you know the show To Catch a Predator? How many seasons was it, guys? Do you remember? God knows. Guess what? It was canceled, and I'll tell you why. That show, there's such an influx of disgusting pedophiles on the planet. That show could have run a new season every month with thousands and thousands of disgusting demon people that are trying to have sex with kids. The only reason they stopped it, because one of these assholes that got caught ran in his house and shot himself in his head. Wow. End of production. I'm so mad that loser, that coward, took his own life, because that show deserves to go on for the... I think they should have To Catch a Predator in every single small town, sub-town, to catch these people, because who else is doing it? Nobody's doing it. Look at The Sound of Freedom. The movie was about sex trafficking. Nobody in the left promoted it. It wasn't on mainstream. Why not? Explain to me why not. It's about sex trafficking kids. You know why? Because you don't want to bring light to the shit that your side does. All right. And then when all these conspiracies come out, Pizzagate, and all connecting all these dots, you know what? It makes me kind of question like the validity of that side. I'm like, wait a minute. Look at by the way, and just put this picture in your head. Look at all the people that are questioned with being deviants and perverts and pedophiles. Jeffrey Epstein, picture his face. John Podesta, Bill Clinton, Bill Gates. You notice a trend of what these people, George Soros, all these demons look like? They look like they would fit the profile. All of them do, okay? And it's like, when are we going to stop playing these games, bro? And I get it. I'm a God-fearing man. I love God. I am a Christian, and you're supposed to have compassion. I'm supposed to love all these people, and I love them as human beings. But guess what? When you go to the other side, you have to pay a price, bro. You have to. And if nobody else is going to do it, we're going to have to do it ourselves, bro.
Yeah,
you have to.
I don't know. You know, they talk about Christianity and forgiveness and, like, you know, anybody that's alive can be forgiven. But I do think there's a line that,
the
you know.
kids is a lot, bro. If you molest and rape a child, you're... There's more. Go ahead.
When you say that, you know what pops in my mind? I remember either in middle school. I don't know if Walmart still does this. It was when I was in middle school or high school years ago. They'd have all the kids in Walmart like on a wall. It'd be like, you know,
I remember
the name.
that.
And I remember being a kid in like high school, like looking at this, and I'm like, and this was as a kid, this is my thought process. I said, all these kids are missing. Their parents must be assholes like mine, which I love my parents, but as a kid, you know what I'm saying? So they must have been fed up with their parents' shit and took off.
Yeah.
That was the only explanation
with
a childlike imagination.
Yeah.
Now, if you would have told me what was really happening to those kids, you couldn't. So as a kid, I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah.
And I don't even know. I don't know what Walmart said. No, get rid of that. Too many kids.
Oh my God.
But Vinny, you said something about guns, man.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little guns, man?
Go for it.
What is like your ideal gun? Like what is like the
for me?
Which shit hits the fan? SHT.
Shit hits the fan. I think. Well, dude, I have a 6 hour. I have a 45. It's kind of stupid. It's kind of a big gun. But I have a carrying gun that's just a 9mm, just for everyday protection. And God forbid, shit happens. But I think just in the broad sense of guns, I think every citizen that can legally have one that's not, you know, obviously the background checks and everything. Yeah. I think every citizen that should have a gun for personal protection, and at the same token, bro, think about how amazing our forefathers were, bro. Think about this. The Constitution is such an important thing. Think about this. These elite, rich people knew what they were going to be, like the bloodlines were going to come, so they said, hey guys, let's just really fast, let's let everybody speak, First Amendment, and guess what? We got to let everybody that can have a gun, because the power that we have can go and control and kill all of them if we want to. That's the Second Amendment isn't for hunting. It's for a government being tyrannical and going nuts on its people and flipping on us. Even though right now with technology, I get it, bro. They could laser shoot us and kill us all, but I have to be able to protect myself. And guess what? My attitude is, if they come to the door, bro, I'm taking one of you fuckers with me.
Hell yeah.
Somebody's going to die. And I'm like, here we go. Somebody's going with me.
My favorite part about the Second Amendment, because it is crazy when you think about how long ago it was written, because it was written not for the times, to stand the test of time.
Beautiful.
So I would love to see a video of them sitting around writing the Second Amendment. And like, okay, but what if a politician or a president or a government tries to attack it? Shall not be infringed. Yeah. That way, no one can argue, right? Yeah, shall not be infringed. All the founding fathers, they probably cheered and said, there's no way they can attack this.
That's so, what a great point, dude. And what a foreshadowing, amazing, like, wait a minute, bro, we're the government right now. What if we turn to the people? One guy went, hey, let them all have guns. Go ahead, put that in there. What a moment, because I'm telling you right now, if it wasn't for the Second Amendment, this place would look so much different. Everybody in this building would be vaccinated, period, because they'd be like, hey, or else. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All the shit that we'd be so controlled, bro. You have no idea. And that's why every single time something happens, they're like, oh, grab the guns. Grab the guns. You know what we say? We will shoot everybody. Okay, don't take the guns. No, leave us alone. Bro, I think guns aren't the problem. I think it's a mental situation because, well, bro, guess what? At the end of the day, with my 9mm, I personally, because I'm a really good shooter, I know tactics, I could take out a bunch of people in here. Like, I'm being realistic. But me in a car at a shopping center, I have a moving missile, bro. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do a lot more damage. If you want to kill, you're going to kill. Let's get the broader picture of why are they unarming? Why are they unarming people in areas?
Law-abiding citizens.
Law-abiding citizens. When they, for instance, that's saying that you see on schools and in movie theaters and all these
gun-free zone.
Gun-free zone. Do you know what that says to me if I'm a murderer? Ain't nobody here gonna shoot me. Nobody. There's no resistance in this place. And by the time cops show up, I've killed the 20 people that I want, then I'm going to kill myself or I'm going to have them kill me. It's the dumbest argument. And then when you tell people, because guess what? The other option isn't working. The no guns there, when, by the way, the White House, Congress, all these people's houses, we protect every group with guns except children. And again, going back to my first point we talked about, it's so nobody gives a shit about these kids. Every school should have either an ex-military guy, a veteran, but mind you, obviously not PTSD, I'm not stupid, or a trained ex. Brother, you know how many cops I know that are married, that are retired, that don't want to be home with their wives, that are just like, bro, I'll go in the school. By the way, even if you put right now a cop car in front of a school, that's called a deterrent. People drive by and go, because bro, you see those lights, you're like, nope, I'm not. Even me as a civilian, I'm like, no, there's a cop there. I don't want to drive fast or I watch my ass. Dude, I'm at the point where I'm like, even because there's no helping these people, right? Put a fucking gun turret on top of the school that's manned by somebody else. And if you see a guy with a trench coat walking with a gun, I don't give a shit if it's Halloween. You're done. No playing games with kids. Kids need protection. And I also think in the school to find out what these people are teaching the kids, I think up to a certain age, bro. I know I'm weaving, but how about because especially the younger ones, like 3 years old, 5 years old, 8 years old, because they're teaching them all this trans shit. I want a GoPro on my kid or a camera in the classroom. I get to come in and watch what the hell are you doing. I don't want no cameras in the bathrooms and all that shit. What are you teaching them?
We're paying for it.
Honey, you damn right. Oh, what are they doing? Oh, let's just look at classroom number 5. Okay, he's in math right now. What are they teaching? No, okay, what I could listen to what they're teaching them. They're teaching them that CRT or that, hey, you could be a girl if you're a boy. I want to be able to see it. And you get to see everything in real time.
Yeah, and their arguments against guns really don't make sense because, like you said about the 9mm, that they're not even really going after that. They're going after the AR rifles. But if you look at just the statistics, there's way more handgun deaths.
Of course.
So there's obviously a bigger issue. Then guys, we're against mass shooters. We're against crazy people having guns, no matter their political party. But there is some places where we never see mass shootings.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen one at gun show? We have gun shows in Louisiana.
And there's
shouldn't there be at a gun show?
There's more guns than people there.
Yep.
Why aren't those guns going crazy and shooting people?
Well, you go to shooting ranges. You never mass shooting ever
once
broke
in a
out?
blue moon, some depressed person will kill himself on his. But that's bro. Again, everything is numbers and statistics. There's so many people. And by the way, their argument falls flat when they go, well, guess what? We're going to do a gun grab. So you're going to grab every legal person's gun and confiscate them. You know how many? So what about, you think gangsters and thugs and mobsters, they're all going to just come in and go, hey, the government said they did it, so we got to do it. No, you're going to leave us unarmed, you idiot.
And the border's open, so you don't think that the cartels will find a new business in illegal guns? Like, there's no argument. And again, shall not be infringed. So I hate to even entertain these arguments because, I'm from Louisiana and it really, really, I have a ton of guns, you know? And you know what? If I was sitting in this room, I don't have a gun on me, but I would feel more comfortable if every person in here had a gun than if nobody had a gun.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to be honest, I do.
Yeah, I do.
And guess what? You want somebody like me to have a gun. Because if shit hits the fan, bro, I'm running to the fire. I'm telling you right now.
You got one.
I'm being dead ass with you. I am going to be the one, not like that. Where was that shooting? School shooting, and the cop was hiding. The security guard, like a bitch.
They stood down, yeah.
Bro, I'm sorry. You signed up. You go help. And I know people are like, yeah, he's just saying that. I'm just letting you know, I don't have a gun just to have it because it's cute. I'm going to go and I'm going to try to protect. And if I die, I die. And,
that was it.
I'm not gonna let everybody else die.
Bro, my friends, they get mad at me when we go like to the city and stuff, and they're like, Kevin, you got your gun? Nah, I don't have my gun. Well, and they get mad. I'm like, you got your gun? And yeah, I got. Well, I'll use yours or something.
If out of 5 of us, 2 of us have it, I'm good, bro. Just let me know.
Like if he's shooting at us, if you ain't gonna do it, give me the gun. I'll do it. I'll just like it better.
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah.
But Vinny, where can my audience find you, man?
You can find me on X. I'm not saying the T word anymore. On X, at Vincent Oshana. On Instagram, at Vincent Oshana. And that's it, bro. I'm on the PBD podcast, and I'm on a show called The Unusual Suspects, which is on under Valuetainment's umbrella, and we talk about this would be an easy conversation that we just had on there. But
yeah, man, this was awesome for me, bro. Like I said again, man, thank you for the team for helping make this happen. Thank you to Manect, Valuetainment. Again, y'all, this isn't sponsored at anything. This is literally organic.
This is organic. And real talk, I could have gone for a long time. It's always good when the guys behind the camera are going, yep. Because you agree. Because it'd be funny if we were in California, you know what they'd be doing right now? They'd be doing this.
I told them that, like, when I booked with them, I was like, look, you know, this
he's
could
going to be off the chain.
They were all for it. They were like, let's go.
I love it.
But, bro, I just want to shake your hand again, bro. Like,
that's how we roll, dude. Thank you so much. I want you guys to know, you guys have felt comfortable that if shit popped off, I was going to shoot somebody.
You're military, bro. You're military.
Yeah, that's how we roll.
Yo, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, give Vinny a follow, man. This was an awesome episode, and God bless, and y'all take it easy. We're out.
Peace and love.
Peace. All right, y'all, we're wrapping up, finishing filming with Vinny at the Valuetainment Studios. I really hope y'all enjoyed this episode, and if you like content like this, man, please be sure to give me a like, comment, subscribe, because we will be having more interviews just like this. I really hope y'all had a great time, and God bless.